Hi, everybody. I'm Dee, and this is my persuasive speech. So, I'm sure everyone has heard a little bit about the controversy of cell phones in schools. When I was in high school, cell phones were a part of everyday life, and it seemed that everybody had a cell phone. In a study done by Obringer and Coffey, they stated the expansion of cell phones during the past decade has made it commonplace for students and teachers to have cell phones in the school setting. Data from 2014 indicated that 58% of 6th through 12th graders have a cell phone, and 68% of students regularly bring their cell phone to school. The number of cell phones in the United States rose from 1.2 million in 1987 to 145 million in 2002, and that was almost 10 years ago. Cell phones in school is such a controversial issue because you have people who see the benefits of cell phones, but you also have people who see the negative effects. One of the main reasons why parents get their kids cell phones is to keep in touch with them. Based on a small qualitative study, S. Charles said almost all participants discuss communication with parents as a part of everyday usage. Many parents agree to get cell phones for their teens in order to improve contact with them. We live in a very fast-paced world, and without cell phones, it would make keeping in touch with parents very difficult for the students. I recall many times when my own parents had to get a hold of me in school for an emergency or just to ask me a question. Cell phones not only allow parents to get a hold of their students, but allow students to contact parents and authorities in time of emergencies. In an article by Shaw and Maxwell, they stated, the most recent data from the National Indicators of School Crime and Safety show that during the 2009-2010 school year, there were 33 school-associated violent deaths. Crime and violence can strike anywhere, and cell phones grant students access to help if needed. Also, if an incident happened in school where an ambulance is needed, students have access to a cell phone and they can get an ambulance quicker than finding a teacher. Cell phones have evolved and they are used for much more than communication now. Coffey and Obringer also stated the capabilities of cell phones have been evolving quite quickly. During the past few years, cell phones have gone from a simple communication tool to include a calculator, a clock with an alarm, games, a video function, a calendar, an FM radio, a music player, a picture ID, streaming multimedia, a speakerphone, a hard drive, and a camera with flash. If cell phones mimic other technologies, these features will only increase. Due to the increase of technology, cell phones benefit students in the classrooms. Schools have begun to explore the different ways that they can use cell phones in school. Ingle and Green wrote an article over cell phones in classroom and stated, because of the near ubiquitous presence of cell phones technology among teens in the United States, schools are beginning to explore the use of cell phones as a learning tool. Emro shares how technology is being created to use cell phones in the classrooms by introducing a website that is accessible by cell phones. Rose says, PollEveryone.com has given us the opportunity to engage students in ways we never have before. In line with direct interactive instructions, this free technology allows students to think, pair, share with one another in a productive and relevant way. Cell phones are already being explored to be used in the classroom because they are so effective and useful. And with the improvement of technology, I can only see further steps being taken to incorporate technology in the classroom. Also, many apps are created. I have apps that I still have on my cell phone that I used in high school, and I still use them now. Cell phones have capabilities that you can't find anywhere else. Like said before, cell phones are useful for parents to get a hold of their children, but they are also very important for the students who are involved in extracurricular activities. Obringer and Coffey stated that cell phones also do offer advantages. Parents want their children to have cell phones due to their involvement in activities such as athletics and band or to safety concerns. I know firsthand that cell phones are useful for the kids who do extracurricular activities. I did every extracurricular activity I could put on my plate, and cell phones helped me stay in touch with my parents. I would go on school trips with softball, and sometimes I wouldn't know where I was going for the day, and I needed my cell phone to keep in touch. The use of cell phones in schools varies from being used in an emergency to using the calculator in math class. Cell phones help parents keep in touch with their students by giving them a quick and effective way to contact them. During emergencies, a cell phone can be used to reach help. Cell phones offer beneficial resources to students. And lastly, cell phones are essential for students involved in extracurricular activities. In this changing world, cell phones are becoming more and more useful for students, and they should be allowed to use them.